welcome to this live by Commodity Insights. I am Rituparna Nath, Senior Price Reporter at S&P Global Commodity Insights. I am joined today by Mr. Sanjay Mehta, President of Material Recycling Association of India. Thank you so much, Mr. Mehta, for joining us today.
Thank you, Rituparna. Thank you.
I will straight go to the questions. So as we know, India is the second largest crude steel producer in the world now, right behind China. And the aim is to ramp up steel output capacity to 300 million tons by 2030. India has also committed to reduce its carbon emission by 1 billion tons by 2030 and reducing the carbon intensity of its GDP by 45% also by 2030. So my first question is that keeping these targets in mind, what needs to be done to fulfill these decarbonization targets?
Thank you. Government has ensured in last 10 years of our current Prime Minister's government, and this is his third term, and he has ensured that proper green steel power supply will be given to the industries, and to ensure that we have already achieved 250 gigawatts on the solar energy, renewable energy targets. By 2030, we will be achieving 500 gigawatts of over our own productions. So we will be a number one player around the world on the renewable energy producers in the world, and the same targets are going to given to the steel ministry by green taxonomy they have introduced just a few days back, and stage 5-star rating has been introduced, like 1-star rating, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star rating, and depends upon the carbon emissions. Those steel producers will be given the targets to reduce the carbon emissions. And looking into the current government's performance and the current government's targets, I'm very much sure that before 2070 we will achieve our targets. And looking into the promise of the current government and the COP meetings, I'm sure that we will achieve these targets very well.
Right. The government's target for scrap is to form 50% and iron ore the remaining 50% of the total feedstock in steel making by 2047. So my next question is, what needs to be done to ensure steady supply of ferrous scrap?
Yeah, it is definitely, it is going to be a challenge for my country as well as for the government itself. Looking into a lot of protectionism has been started from all over the world, and like EU border control to protect their own scrap. So it is definitely we have developed so much policies, a lot of policies to ensure that proper supply is to be given to the steel producers, and ELV policy, steel scrap policy, more policy is to be given to the trade for the better collection, better use of the scrap collection and raw materials. So I'm sure that there is going to be definitely tight situation on the receiving of the scrap supply, but our government is definitely positive that they are going to speak to the European Union and a lot of countries to make sure that FTAs are signed. Whatever they have to do it, my government is definitely going to make this happen, and proper scrap supply will make it happen. I am sure that it will be done. But definitely we will be import driven economy. We have to import at least 10 to 15 billion tons of our shortfall of scrap. That is going to be continued. I am sure that that will be done. I'm looking to the government performance. I'm sure that it is possible.
Right. And apart from these, is there anything else that you seek from the government to promote recycling?
Yes, so we are several measures has been given, several tasks has been given to the government and by the government to the industry. We have requested 3 major things to be done by the central government. That minimum recycled steel percentage is to be used, recycled scrap is to be used in every ton of steel productions in India. And whatever the central government and government of India, state governments are buying, they are having almost 1/3 of steel productions buying in India. Out of 35% of steel productions they buy, we have given the proposal that at least 35% of recycled produced steel is to you should buy, promote recycling, and they are ensuring that in this year only 2025 only that policy will come, ensure that at least minimum recycled steel to be bought by the central government for their own projects. That will definitely give boost to the recycling sector. That is a major things to ensure that production will be enhanced and recycled steel will be promoted by India.
Right. And what is your expectation from the upcoming budget?
Upcoming budgets, there are several expectations. by us. But looking into the duties of the non-ferrous steel scrap, non-ferrous scrap, and from 2.5% to 5% on copper, zinc is 5%, lead is 5%. We have been given at least, I mean to say, ensuring that this in this budget at least copper will be duty will be removed. There are chances that aluminum 2.5% duties will be removed, but it is a government's primary agenda that in next 1 or 2 years duties will be abolished by the government. Two metals duties will be abolished in this term. Maybe two metals duties will be abolished in the next term. So copper and aluminum will be targeted, and I am very much hopeful that this will be done in this budget, at February 1 budget.
Right, thank you. And as you already mentioned that we will have to rely on imports. So, given the fact that the EU is coming up with its new waste shipment regulation, what impact can that have on Indian scrap demand?
Oh, it is going to be definitely huge impact on our scrap receiving, and whatever documents my government has received from the EU departments, regulations department, we have already filed our acceptance of the receive as a country receiving ready to receive scrap from the EU, and whatever measures we have to do it in next 2 years of time to, I'm going to say, to profile and perform as a receiver, and whatever the audits is to be done as a receiving country, we are ready to have the audits of the European Union, and I'm sure that European Union will allow their scrap to come to India. Whatever so far discussions has been happening between EU and India, and
Right.
I'm positive by 2027 everything will be smooth.
Right, thank you. And finally, do you have any message for all our viewers ahead of your conference in Jaipur?
This conference, this 12th MRAI conference, IMRC, happening in Jaipur, and it is over 15 sessions are happening. We are the largest GDP performing country in the world, and recycling is given very much thrust by the government of India. Please come and listen to the government directly on your own, and all the government departments are definitely coming to the Jaipur for sorting out their problems and everything. Over 2,500 delegates have already registered. Please join Jaipur conference, Jaipur International Conference, and ensure that we do better business in India. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much. And we are all eagerly waiting for this conference. And thank you so much for your time today. And thank you to all our listeners for listening in. Thank you
Thank
and have a great day ahead.